Hi everyone, welcome back to our final game of the night. It is now match point for both teams. I'm Candylism. With me is Raimi, Raiku, Kazami, and we are now doing the final game between close behind and
Illuminate Candylism.
There we go. So we're looking to see what they have to do. We just saw a close to perfect game from
Illuminate Candylism,
and so that's definitely something that they're riding high off. I don't know whether they're gonna be able to repeat that, but man, oh man, was that an incredible game.
That was just stomping by Illuminate Candylism. I did not expect that because we saw game one, we're like, oh, close behind Esports definitely have the upper hand. They were playing so well. It's just because a few throws here and there that Illuminate Candylism had to get back. But after that performance, I was very sure that I have no idea what's going on. It's like Illuminate Candylism just went on steroids and they were like, oh, we're gonna concentrate super hard, we're gonna smash you so hard.
Yeah.
And Vladimir was on drugs and Vladimir just running down with all the extra blood she has. What was going on in the previous game? I have no idea, but now we're in game 3.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna see what's going on. Now we see the 3 bands, Galio, Nocturne, and Alessandro on the blue side, and on the red side, Cassiopeia, Morgana, and Urgot. And Aatrox again picking by the side of Illuminate Candylism. What is going on with the pick bands now?
Yeah, we're looking at a pretty interesting first rotation of pick bans. Morgana being a priority ban for them is a little bit questionable for me because I don't feel like Morgana was necessarily the primary issue for them. Yeah, you go back to what works. Renekton gonna be that first pick. Yeah, I mean it's a strong champion overall, and if anything else, you know, they can just match the Aatrox in whatever lane the Aatrox goes to.
I'm gonna predict that they're gonna go for Zac and Vladimir for next 2 picks. And Zac is now locked in. Vladimir is locked in. And honestly, I have no idea what is going on with this pick and ban. We saw that the main problem was the Vladimir, but no, we're gonna ban the Morgana instead. We're gonna give you the Vladimir. We can just destroy you. But I'm gonna see what he's gonna pick for the mid lane though.
Surely double block, right?
No, I'm not. I don't think that'll be block. It's gonna probably be Irelia. Irelia's open actually, so they should go for it. But no, we're gonna go for the Orianna.
Does Orianna win the Vladimir matchup? Not really, right?
You can actually pretty much outshove the Vladimir, but you won't win the trades because unless the wave is to your favor, then yeah, you might win the trade.
Right.
But this is very much an even lane because Orianna really don't have much barrier because unless you're winning early game. The Vayne ban coming. We honestly were like, the Vayne was never gonna pop off the previous game, but we were proven wrong. Vayne did pop off, and the Kai'Sa and Rakan just got smashed so hard.
Yeah, I mean, when things happen,
and even ban Rakan. What's going on? Rakan wasn't even doing much in the previous game, and they still want to ban it.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair, they have like insane priority right now, right? Right now they can do whatever they want. They just played an almost perfect game, so it's just kind of like, oh, you know, they can make a couple of.
I can just ban a Mumu for you, and you're like,
yeah,
you know. I honestly don't care because we're just gonna smash you this game. That's what Illuminate Candylism is like saying to the side of close behind Esports. We already figured you out. There's no way we're gonna lose game 3.
Yeah, like game 1, like testing the waters. They dip their toe in. They're like, yeah, look, it feels okay. It feels okay. So you lose game 1, game 2. They just like die. They just like cannonball into the pool, and just run away with that first game.
But I do like the Aluster ban because in game 1, close behind Esports, the support actually played the Aluster pretty well. So banning on the Aluster was pretty good. But the Rakan ban is a bit questionable, but we'll get by there. Now Zaya is now locked in for the side of.
Okay, I mean this kind of makes sense right now because like if you ban out the Rakan, it's a replacement for the Alistar taken away, and B, it also removes that Zaya Rakan synergy. So yeah, maybe we can give them some prop for that.
Yeah, so Riri is now going back to the champion that works the best, especially in game 1. She was popping off the Zaya, and now Kai'Sa and. I want to see Zyra because Zyra right now is so strong in support. Yeah. Because of all the pokes, actually pretty much are doing so much. And Kai'Sa with Zyra would do pretty well against Zaya with any shielding support. But I think they might go for Janna instead, which I don't really like it because I feel like right now aggression is the way to success.
For sure. I'm in a huge either Zyra or Karma camp right now. If you want to go into this matchup, you already have so much frontline engage, you don't really need a support to do that as well.
They're picking up the Zyra, which I really want to see this coming. It might be Zyra, you can't even go for the elite support, you know, Lehans do it. You're gonna go for the orange support, Lehans does it again.
Honestly, you know, Zyra works really well with composition because when Renekton reaches the point where Renekton is having a hard time dishing out damage, Zyra comes in, you drop that ultimate, boom, you have this huge domain that works so well in your favor. What I would have liked to see coming in from Illuminate definitely would have been that Karma or that Zyra, because in the Zyra camp, I mean, that's obvious, right? You just do so much damage, like, oh my goodness.
You know,
in the Karma camp, you almost never get outscaled when you have Karma running the mantra shield plus your RN sensor. What are you supposed to do, right?
there's no way that Karma, but honestly, in my opinion, I feel that Janna is slightly better than Karma in terms of the sustain, shielding, the healing. But I think that Karma right now provides much more because you can play more aggressive, you can always roam faster than as compared to the Janna. But man, maybe they have a synergy inbuilt within these two duo that we don't know about Cinderling as well as Sincel, so we can't really say much. Maybe they already practiced this Janna Kai'Sa combo.
That's true. I mean, that it is a pretty common bot lane to be playing as well. So perhaps Janna might just be a comfort kind of champion, and they're just going like, okay, in this situation, what do we need at this point? You're like, okay, maybe we don't need frontline. Maybe what we need is some disengage. Maybe the Monsoon could be that. Maybe they want to play a little bit aggressively. You max W on Janna and then just flash in and ignite the enemy. Maybe a whole bunch of possibilities that they could look to go for. So won't discredit the Janna just yet, but I will say that I'm a little bit curious as to whether or not that is the most effective choice for them in this case, especially considering the Zyra was left open and the enemy team picked it up.
Yes, and now looking at both teams, I actually really like the team comp coming from the start of close behind Esports. We have two winning lanes, we have the Renekton and we have the Xayah and Zyra combo. Zyra, okay. And then Sejuani right now, all she has to do is prioritize the top or the bottom lane, and she can do it in two ways: by just directly ganking the lane or shoving the mid lane so that Ori can roam together with the Sejuani and gank the bottom lane. On the side of Illuminate Candylism though, they have Aatrox, which will kind of lose the early game to the Renekton, and Kai'Sa Janna, which will also lose the early game to the bottom of Zyra. So Zack right now has babysitting duties, and he needs to kind of babysit the bottom lane or the top lane. And if Sejuani has this telepathy that, oh, I know where you're gonna be and gang the other lane, that's gonna be in favor of team close behind Esports. So that is the win condition right now they have. And also Vladimir won't really be much of use until around the mid game, so they can also play to the mid lane as well, and that is very effective for the side of close behind Esports. But Orianna goes for the barrier.
Yeah, so taking that barrier is going to mean a lot more safety for the Orianna, but it does remove a lot of agency as well. Instead, Vladimir opting for this Ignite. We've seen the kind of build path that they go for. It's going to very likely still be the same. So even I'm quite curious as to whether or not they actually managed to change out that secondary keystone, secondary rune path, especially since it doesn't really matter. I don't think we saw much effectiveness being used from whatever the inspiration tree was, right? So,
maybe except for the free boots, you know, you're trying to go less.
Yeah.
And extra 10 movement speed, that would be pretty beneficial for the Vladimir. But I still think that Domination outpowers Inspiration Tree at least for Vladimir.
Yeah, so we'll see whether or not the mid lane is going to be a deciding factor. Otherwise, as you mentioned, Xayah, Zyra, Renekton, big lane bullies, definitely going to have a lot of power in their own lane. So I want to see them being able to try and just win the lane upright, because the last game, you know, I was very surprised to see the Zyra Morgana dominate the lane so much.
The Vayne Morgana.
Oh, sorry, Vayne Morgana dominate the lane so much, yeah.
And yeah, but so really looking at team comp game, we have Aatrox, Zac, Vladimir, Kai'Sa, and Janna versus the Renekton, Sejuani, Orianna, Zyra. So this game right now will be focused on the junglers. Can the junglers enable the side lanes to punish the enemy lane, or will Sejuani, or Zac, be able to babysit both lanes so that they will actually scale up and be relevant in the mid game team fights?
Just looking to see how things are gonna pan out in this game. Getting a little bit late, brains lagging, brains fogging out a little bit. But you know, this is the hidden benefit. You know, at this time, if I yell, I get yelled at. So being able to yell at my lungs capacity, definitely something very fun to do at midnight.
So nothing different about both team right now. You see, actually everything pretty standard. The Orianna actually goes for the AoE, pretty standard. Some Orianna actually goes for the Comet, but AoE Avery Oriana
Works well. You got the Q, you got the shield, it goes
yeah,
both ways.
it goes both ways. So I think that's a pretty good takeaway as well. So now we're very curious to see how they start as well. You see in the previous game, the Zac actually apart from blue down to the red buff, and that was actually a very good start coming from the Zac. But I want to see whether Sejuani can actually up the game and go for a different pathing, because she tried to go for the similar pathing again, and she was like kind of read by the Zac, and Zac managed to out jungle the Sejuani. So now we're gonna see whether the Sejuani can play the mind game as well, take over the new jungle route that she already has in store, and then out jungle the Zac.
It's funny because Zac has such a telegraphed jungle path, but it's Sejuani that's being read right now. So I'm quite boggled by that fact. So I'm looking. Hopefully, Sejuani comes into something else this time around that's able to effectively counter what the Zac is working with. Because Zac has some very impressive jungle pathing right now.
Zac has a lot of kit that allows him to actually do jungle clearing very fast. A lot of people, a lot of pro Zac players or most main Zac players know that there's these kit right here can actually do double jungling with the blue and the Grom.
Yeah, you get the Q off, and then you pull
and so that's why
together.
I feel that starting off in the red buff would have been better for the Zac, but maybe Zac he plays more Zac than I do, so he knows the path better. Starting blue would be better because you get more cooldown. Maybe that's why he's starting off. But I still feel that red start would be better, and you can path to the top side, gang the Renekton, let the Aatrox scale, move over to the mid lane. A lot of plays to do, because if you're gonna path bottom lane, you're trying to go against the Xayah, which is actually very poke lady, and going against them would not be very beneficial for you. So now, both teams actually doing pretty good. Now, the only difference I want to mention is that the lad actually starts Dark Seal. I usually would expect him to go more like Doran Shield, because against Oriana, you're getting poked pretty hard. So in case you're really playing the very mechanical game here, he wants to be able to get as much resources as possible without having to purchase too much. So Dark Seal purchase a little bit aggressive, but at the same time...
Aggressive? That's what you consider it?
Yeah, Dark Seal is pretty aggressive, considering you can go something like the Doran Shield, which is more passive. You get more healing, but maybe because of the Doran Shield nerf, you are like...
Yeah, but it kind of feels like even with the Dark Seal, the Vladimir still isn't going to look for any kind of like strong engages or trades there, so... is it really aggressive per se? It just feels like a different itemization path at this point. I don't feel like it affected playstyle too much.
Maybe. And now, so Sejuani now moving down to the bottom lane. I think Sejuani should now definitely take over the Scarlet Crab at the bottom side, unless he decides to go for the greedy path and go for his blue or Grok or Wolf. If he gets the Scarlet Crab, that would be great for Sejuani. Getting both visions, Scarlet on both sides is a very great start for a jungler as well. And yeah, definitely Scarlet Crab.
Yeah, Skull Crabs on both sides. Ooh, that's some bank in. There's some cash in the bank, man.
Yeah, any jungler's dream right now would definitely get double Skull before the enemy get. Any junglers would die for it. Even I would.
Yeah, it's funny because Zac is like, oh man, if I farm all the jungle camps, I'll get so much money. But he doesn't realize if Sejuani gets both Skull Crabs, Sejuani's ahead.
Exactly, mind games. You know, the psychology within this that I'll jungle you, but no, I'll jungle you by getting both scuttles.
Now Zac looking to try and rotate over into the enemy jungle right now, looking for the gank onto the Oriana. Might see the last slingshot coming in, finds a catch. No, flash away.
A little bit too early of a flash from the side of Oriana. I feel that she could adjust. Maybe
walk down.
Yeah, walk that out. There's no kill threat.
Yeah. Even with like a flash, engage, ignite from ladder, no,
You
I don't
have
think
the
there's
barrier.
a kill. Just barrier it away. I don't think there's any kill pressure there. But okay, I'll give it to her. Full respect towards what the enemy could potentially do. Much better than underestimating what they could do. So I'll give it to her. You know, taking the safer route. But this is definitely going to set her back a lot here.
Yeah, maybe. And now Zac now in the bomb lane. I think that Zac might want to look for a bomb lane gang as well. Sejuani going to his wolves. Sejuani has been pretty quiet compared to the previous game, the first game where she actually ganked twice. So, what do you want to see Sejuani stepping up the game?
This is interesting though. I don't know if Zac has the health to try and go for a gank right now, but mid lane's already starting to see a decent amount of gap. Once Vladimir comes back into the lane, should see himself at least a 10 CS advantage up. That means that we're already starting to see a decent amount of zoning on the Orianna, and Orianna doesn't really have much to do here. You were talking about how Orianna should technically have this kind of a wave clear advantage and shove in the Vladimir. But it doesn't look like that's really seeming to be the case right now. Orianna seems to be stuck and tied down to this mid lane.
Yeah, because Flash is also out as well, so she has to play a little bit more passive now. Sejuani is now being spotted out by a ward, so this is actually good warding coming in from the side of Illuminate Candylism, spotting out the Sejuani. Now Zac knows that bottom side is safe, he can now move to the mid lane to force another gang, but I think Zac was actually spotted out by the control ward, which was placed by Orianna.
Yeah,
Oh, but Zac's still charging it. He's going in.
Go for this though. Wow, actually a lot of damage here, forcing the barrier away. The aftershock
Oh,
gonna keep
no,
the
that
Zac
damage.
alive for a
Pop it
lot
up, pop it
more.
up. Oh no.
I feel like Zac managed to stay away from popping his passive because of the aftershock there.
Yeah, that aftershock saved him pretty much. Now Sejuani getting another skull crab. So that is 3 skulls to none for the side of Illuminate Candylism.
Yeah, this is like a mini game within League of Legends. You know, it's like how many skull crabs can you get by X minutes?
Like you know in solo queue that
96 gold.
they actually count the number of skull crabs you actually get.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a counter in the tab and like skull crabs taken by this team 6. Skull crab taken by this team
Like
0.
endgame stats?
No, it's like in the middle of the tab. There's like
Wait,
skull-
serious?
yeah,
Wait,
there's
am
like-
I not paying attention to the game anymore?
Yeah, there's like a skull crab tab somewhere. I'm very sure I've seen it in game before. So you always can keep track how many skull crabs have you got. I got none.
It's like a mini game in League of Legends at this point. It's like how many skull crabs do I need to take? 96 gold though. That's a massive amount of gold.
Yeah, and right now look at the mid lane. 57, 58 CS, 15 CS again. Orianna has to keep backing out for. I'm not really sure why she has to back out from that fight because she was actually pretty healthy after that. Not really sure what. This is like very
Last chapter, I guess. You want to get that? I don't know.
Yeah.
You want to get some CDR?
But this is like pretty bad lane management in terms of micro because you're wasting so much time recalling. You're not soaking up the EXP, and that is pretty bad for Orianna because Vladimir will take advantage of this. Vladimir already has his Kindle Gems, 10% CR. Now he's going to skill even faster, level 7 now. Already going level 5 with his Q, with her Q. So Vladimir is really just slowly but surely scaling faster than Orianna, which shouldn't be the case in the early game.
Yeah, zero sum Orianna though. That's gonna be a difficult instance for him to have to deal with. Orianna really has very little kill threat and pressure in her lane right now, and it's gonna show even more as you can start to see that the CS lead is just building up, and with Zac spending so much time and emphasis down on this bot side, even finding
Oh, Zyra.
oh, please, elastic slingshot, come on! Looking for the auto attack with the Q. They do get this chilling smite, the false flash away from both laners down the bot side. The Zyra get their flash blown. Now they're gonna be under quite a bit of pressure. Ignite being used by the Janna though.
So Jughead has been playing Zac pretty well the past 3-4 games. His timing has been immaculate, knowing the exact time to gank. But this game has been pretty even. Top lane, the lead is expected for the Renekton. And
First blood coming in. Now teleport coming out for the Renekton. The Monsoon being used to try and zone them away. Nice flash forward from the Renekton, dishing out a little bit more damage. Oh my goodness. The kidnap. Pull back from the Slime Man. Looking for a little bit more damage. They might be able to take down the Renekton here too.
Ooh.
Will not be the case. They get the trade back. Oh my goodness. Smite coming in. Surely will take down the Zac. And won't even be necessary.
Will they dive the Kai'Sa?
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. This Kai'Sa just walks out by plating after plating, gonna head right into the pockets of the red team. They managed to take a stellar first fight down the bot lane, 2 kills to none.
But this is why we see Renekton prioritized by team close behind Esports. In the first game, his Renekton teleport was the reason why they managed to come back. And now again, he made the correct teleport call. And now he is 1 kill up, 1 assist up, still in CS ahead. And he allows his bottom lane to at least get 3 turret plating. That's a big lead coming from the side of close behind Esports.
Isn't it funny that
Why is she not backing off?
this is gonna mess up our recall timing a lot?
Yeah.
Here.
No man, this is just bad calling from the side of Zaya. Zaya should just back off and get the items, but
Now she's gonna have to leave her support in lane by herself to try and deal with the wave, and otherwise she's just gonna not be able to trade at all there. So she should be recalling now. You can see the wave actually crashing towards the side, and that should be Dragon over to the blue team. Yeah, interesting. It's funny because tower playing was added to make it so that you can't just like get a gank and then take down the tower like right away, right? But all that's happened is they took the tower down to like 2 playings left, so they just got a bunch of extra gold for the same amount of work.
Yeah, exactly. And tree tower playing is fight coming in.
Shockwave onto the Kai'Sa. She jumps over to the backside, but will still get taken down very shortly soon, I believe, and that will be the case. Vladimir actually coming in now. It's a big, massive turnaround. The reversal, a double catch for this Vladimir now, looking for the lockdown onto Salmon Park. And will not be able to find that connect there, so they're just gonna leave her be, but being able to find 2 kills there.
That is 2 big kills for the Vladimir.
I blame Zaya. I blame Zaya.
Indeed, I'll blame Zaya. So if she didn't back. No, if she didn't stay for the turret hits and she backed earlier, she would be there for the dragon fight, and that would have been a different outcome. Just a little bit too greedy from the side of Zaya.
Yeah, that's just
greedy.
Yeah, just greed showing itself and going to end up costing her team a decent amount there. We'll see Zaya taking quite a fair bit of damage onto that turret, dishing out a fair bit of damage onto that turret, continuing to apply pressure there.
But now Zaya is now kind of, with his Storm Razor Edge, will be able to dish out in more damage compared to the Kai'Sa. So yeah, I guess it's not that bad. I guess the Vladimir is still, but Vladimir getting 2 kills is actually pretty bad for the side of Close Behind Esports, because you want to hold down the Vladimir, not let him scale too much. But now he's scaling faster than expected. And look at that, blasting one and the portable instantly bought.
Yeah, Vladimir is reaching a point where he should be able to trade against the Orianna very well. I mean, we're talking about how Orianna doesn't really necessarily win the trades unless she's she has the minion wave. But now, for sure, the Orianna is going to lose every single opportune trade there. And the CS gap didn't really grow, considering that the Vladimir had to make the rotations. But I definitely expect that to be a different story now. Oh wow, 4 men coming down to the bot lane. They do manage to find a catch onto the Zyra first. They manage to pour back a little bit. That's going to be a chilling smite, taking her down very, very low. She uses the ultimate for a little bit, gets a little bit of space. The catch, the kidnap onto the Sejuani, but will not be able to find the connect. And they will just take the 1 kill. A little weird rotate from the Orianna. I mean, what's the point of the rotation now?
No, Orianna's trying to stay here so that they might be able to get the first start.
Are they really going to do this? Are they really going to try and turn things around? Where's the Sejuani ultimate? Sejuani ultimate coming in, gets the catch onto the Janna. They use the shockwave used, but that's going to be Ignite onto Sejuani. Trade back 1 kill. The second kill should be coming out very shortly after the Zaya taken down. A double kill for the Kai'Sa, charging forward.
They get her Orianna.
Salmon Pink trying to run for her life here, and that was just a mistake. That was just a mistake. They were investing way too much for way too little. Going in, spending 2 massive ultimates onto the Zyra, onto the Janna alone, means that they're just gonna get taken out.
Very bad calls coming from the side of Close Behind Esports. And Vladimir coming down bottom, managed to get another assist, 5 stacks on the Dark Seal. Orianna managed to get a kill on the Janna.
Oh, wait, what's the Orianna doing here?
I'm not sure.
Wait, she just walks in and misses out CS because she doesn't want to go the correct path.
This is very bad from the side of Close Behind Esports. Orianna is like just slowly, like in terms of micromanagement, slowly losing out the lane.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. It definitely feels like they're missing out a fair chunk.
Honestly, I have no idea why Janna actually shielded the turret, because if Janna let the turret falls down before the team comes there, then the gold won't have went.
There's no localized gold, right?
Exactly. So I felt that Janna should have just given the turret down. But maybe the Janna felt like she want to be charitable a bit, give some gold to the enemy. Who knows, man. And Zach again is hovering down the bottom side.
Oh no, this isn't gonna work. They've done this 1,000 times. It's not gonna work out the way you want it to work out.
But actually, I'm surprised the Kai'Sa is now for 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Actually, she's actually pretty far hit in terms of.
Yeah, I mean, she has a bunch of kills, but she's behind CS. Alright, give it to her. She has a bunch of kills, so still not too.
Oh, the Kai'Sa just disappeared.
That's just why. Do you want to know? Ask me again. Why doesn't it work?
You just try to get to a Zyra and get trapped by the plants, and then get 1 shot. That's what doesn't work.
So they're just gonna see themselves falling behind. For 2 and 2. Yeah, just the CS it neutralizes a lot of the advantage that she has right now.
And Kai'Sa actually had a 6 gold bounty, so actually now Zaya now pretty much very, very fat right now. She got 0 from that purchase. She got the first start as well. So now she's going to the top lane to start pushing the top side. Sejuani is also there as well. This is actually very good rotation coming from the side of close behind Esports.
Yeah, this is a money in the bank kind of situation right now. Close behind, find themselves a pretty good window to keep working with.
Now, teleport coming in from the side of Airdrops.
Jumping forward, they do manage to get the stun off onto the Zac there.
Hey, but the animation was pretty cool because Zac was like, "Oh,
whoa,
Renekton, what are you doing there?
Where are you, buddy?"
Oh, what was the shockwave?
Oh my goodness, Kai'Sa finds the first kill to start off the fight. Now they're chasing after the Xayah as well. But they will not be able to force anything after that.
What was that ultimate from the Orianna?
We're not allowed to talk about it. This is a community fun tournament. No BM.
Yeah, no BM.
No BM. Solid gameplay. Tried her best.
She was, what's the word called? She was trying to tell, like,
send a message.
Yeah, don't you dare come to me because I'm gonna ultimate there.
Predictions. You know what if somebody jumped onto the
look at that, Zac.
Kidnap coming in. Beautiful catch on the 2 members now. They're just gonna dish out a ton of damage. Monsoon being used to keep the teammates healthy and alive there. Zara trying to use the ultimate, looking to try and keep the team, trying to zone out. Illuminate won't be able to do so, but Dragon now within their sights. After a massive fight, they're moving over to pick up another objective. From some micro objectives to some macro objectives, they're just taking everything on the map.
Yeah, Team Illuminate Candylism really playing the micro game a little bit better than close behind Esports, but they're still kind of behind in terms of goal. But all the resources right now are to the correct people. The Vladimir is fed, the Kai'Sa is fed, so it looks like they're on the correct path in terms of scaling. But aside of close behind Esports, the Renekton, not really sure why he was in the middle of the enemy team at the start of the fight. So a little bit of micro issues again. We talked about how close behind Esports they are good in terms of the macro sense, but they are just a little bit lacking in the micro. So that's where they have to really polish themselves up, really get their feet together, and now start fighting for this dragon for the next few minutes. Because if they are not gonna do things well, things will fall apart, and if it falls apart, they're gonna lose the game.
Yeah, objective-wise, things have been shaken up. Yeah, shaken up, right? I'm pretty sure that's the correct form of the word. Yeah, things have been shaken up a little bit because it looks like while we've been seeing a bunch of kills coming in from Illuminate, so far the gold gap has actually been going towards the red team, who have, I think this is largely in part to the turret planes that they picked up in the early game, which means that they're actually doing quite well for themselves. Once again, we see Xayah going for that early Executionist calling rush. I'm not sure exactly what for, considering once Orianna gets the Morel Novicon, you basically already have the Grievous Wounds, so I'm not sure whether this was entirely necessary. But is an Executionist calling rushed anyway?
It's very surprising because in game 1 we actually saw this rush as well, but no.
Oh my goodness, what just happened in the mid lane? Janna might get taken down. No, survives off of that one.
Very, very weird series of events coming in from the side of close behind Esports. I'm not really sure why the execution timing is such a priority item. Maybe it's because
Vladimir, I guess.
Yeah, but
I mean, I guess this game is a little bit better because they are grouping up to deal with the enemy team right now.
Now the Rift Herald actually just crashed to me. A little bit bad use of the Rift Herald because you can actually look to prioritize maybe the top or bottom of the turrets.
Yeah.
And since already mid tier 1 has already fallen as well, so there shouldn't be much of a priority into the mid lane to get the tier 2 because everyone's sticking as a 4-man group or 5-man group. And yeah, Illuminate Candylism just lacking a bit in the macro, but their micros have been pretty sick so far.
Yeah, so solid individual gameplay coming in. Are they actually going to look for a catch here? I mean, I would really hope that would be the case, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to.
Now, the game state has been pretty even, actually. Yeah, it's pretty even. When you look at items so far, Vladimir...
It's like calculating the math.
Yeah,
it's like,
doing some math.
What's going on here? Is anybody ahead? Is anybody gonna pull ahead? That doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. I think that there's still a decent amount of space before either team really starts scaling up. My biggest concern right now is that close behind are actually falling behind because the Renekton isn't gonna scale to that late game power spike, as opposed to what the Vladimir, what the Kaiser are gonna be able to dish out. It's definitely something that it's definitely cause for concern.
Now, for the side of close behind Esports right now, they really need to keep getting a lot of goal, a lot of income to the side of Xayah, because right now that's their main win condition. Renekton right now really have to focus on being the front tank and together with the Sejuani, keep the Vladimir away from the fight. Right now, that's their only job. Whereas on the side of Illuminate Candylism, get this Kai'Sa going, get the Vladimir going, just run it down the mid lane, smash everyone up, and Kai'Sa now with the Green Suit Rage Blade will be looking to be a very big threat.
The Green Suit Rage Blade does need some preparation between their fight though, so that might be something that there might be a little bit of window for them to work around with there. As you can see that when they are not prepared to deal with the siege right now. Oh my goodness, but they're going in for the engage anyway, and you can just see Aatrox jumping right onto this Orianna. Orianna gets flashed on.
Misses the ultimate!
Oh, Shockwave misses out, man. Now we have the Vladimir coming in, 2-man ultimate, dishing out 1 billion damage onto the Xayah. The Xayah uses the heal, tries to survive a little bit longer. Chilling Smite lands onto the Aatrox, tries to keep him away, forces the flash away from the Sejuani. Sejuani gets out with her life, but the Monsoon coming in brings so much sustain over to the rest of the team. 5-man strong over the mid lane. They force out a great deal away from close behind, and Illuminate come up ahead in this fight.
And Salmon Pink in the Orianna actually have been missing a lot of ultimates. We've seen her just now missing the ultimate with the Renekton in the middle of the fight. Now she even missed the ultimate trying to get the Aatrox away from her. I'm not really sure if Orianna was the correct champion now, if she's going to keep missing all her ultimates.
That's quite unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I think it's pretty funny. We have Saba Blue and we have Salmon Pink. So it would have been funny if they went with a fish-themed color system for Flounder Gray.
So they have the Tuna Red,
Flounder Gray. What else do they have? What's the full Power Rangers composition?
Unagi Brown. You know, you gotta have all the different kind of the fish.
Oh my goodness.
Or maybe you can even go with all the Japanese team food, so we go like Tamago Yellow.
Tamago Yellow, Unagi Brown.
Yeah, you know, Japanese team right here, close behind Esports. But yet again, now looking at the game state, it is now pretty even. Now lead has now fallen to the side of Illuminate Candylism, and things seems to be going very well for them. Close behind Esports really right now just need to scale. They need to slowly let things go, because Xayah in the late game will do way more damage compared to the rest. And Xayah right now, I mean Xayah the support, needs to really focus on getting all her magic items, including the Morel Nomicon, because right now she needs to be the one applying the Grievous Boon, getting her Lion Torment as well. These two are the core items she needs right now. So she still needs a bit of time, because they have now fallen behind. They're not ahead of the pace, so now really focus on the scaling.
Yeah, so it's a pretty uphill battle for the Zyra, especially considering Zyra is running a support, so not as much gold is going to be channeled towards her direction, making it a lot more difficult for her to try and play this. Oh my goodness, is this another 50-50 game? Can they play? My word, can these people love the 50-50 game?
Yeah, come on.
Teleport coming in,
Smite,
trying to jump into the fight. Here we come.
Oh my goodness!
Another burn steal, a 2-man Shockwave chasing after the Xayah. Now from the side of Kai'Sa will be to find a trade back onto the Orianna, but it's a little bit too late now. Aatrox pops the ultimate. The Renekton walks in. She knows she can take this fight, but she's wrong. She cannot take the fight. What's going on, man? They just took the Baron, but now they've lost all of their lives. Only the Xayah gets away. It's a 3-man. It's 4 for 1. A 4 for 2 on the side. Going over to Illuminate there. They do lose the Baron though. How many Baron steals are they, man?
That is the third Baron steal in 5 games. So really, this is a lifeline for the side of team close behind Esports. The Xayah with the Baron buff is a lot of safety here. And I don't think they'll get the turret. Oh yeah, they'll definitely get it. So
I know we call it the 50-50, but realistically, it's not a true 50-50, right?
yeah.
The statistic probabilities of it are much lower than that. Considering we've seen 3 in 1 game, surely there has to be something that's going on. Is Smite like laggy on the Kai client?
It is a conspiracy that it's always the losing team that'll get the Baron.
Yeah, what is this?
But you've seen how the Vladimir just run it down past the tanks all the way to the back line. So Inky right now has been playing her Vladimir very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt that it was a little bit overreach from the side of the top laner as well as jungle. You shouldn't chase for the Zac. Go back, support the Xayah. Maybe the Xayah can actually get a kill onto the... Oh, wait.
Shockwave onto the Vladimir. Not sure if they have the CC for this.
Oh, the
They
Vladimir
get the
dies!
shutdown first. Now jumping in. The red team might be able to find the catch onto this one. They do see the Renekton charging over into the backlines, but he still gets taken down. Kai'Sa finds the secure kill for that one. Kai'Sa so very low. Won't be able to find this. The turret shot takes down Sejuani down as well.
Well, Orianna flash for the kill. No, right now. They're just going to go for the turret. That was a very good fight initiated by the side of close behind Esports. Orianna was taking advantage. What I think Vladimir was actually backing out because if she had saw the ultimate coming, she would have just pressed W. So it was a little bit of rookie mistake coming in there, shopping in the middle of a fight. Not sure when the fight was coming anyway. So Vladimir a little bit sad down there, but that was a good fight coming from the side of close behind Esports, and now they've taken the lead back 2,000 for them.
I mean, talking about good fight, Zyra didn't even use ult that fight.
Wow, that's pretty sad.
If Zyra used ult, that would have been a clean wipe. That could have plus Baron buff.
That could have been the inhibitor down there. So
yeah, that could have been straight up inhibitor, maybe like a Nexus turret too if they want to go a little bit risky there, but
I felt that maybe the Zac and the airdrops probably just CC chained pretty hard. Xayah couldn't press R or from the flash. So yeah, maybe a little bit unlucky. Maybe good attempt from the side of Illuminate Candylism to just target the Xayah, but yeah, Xayah should have pressed flat.
Xayah needed to press R, Zyra needed to press R.
Yeah.
If
Both supports and as well as the AD carry didn't press the R, and if they did press, that would have been an even greater team fight for them. And that would have been probably in mid lane inhibitor down, the most important inhibitor down, and that would be a very big win for them. So now looking at the side of Illuminate Candylism, you just need to slowly wait for the Baron or even the Dragon and fight at that. But they actually have an open inhib, so they can actually go and contest to like force it. And now they are 5 men pushing it. Whereas on the side of close behind Esports, they're actually not even in position to defend. Yeah,
this is a misplay. They have no preparation against this push whatsoever, so they're gonna take a little bit of damage onto this inhibitor turret right now. This inhibitor itself right now.
Oh, but they're going in right now. Whoa!
Renekton just charges right in. He's not able to find anything just yet. Where's the stun? He misses out on the stun. Does manage to chain CC along with the Sejuani to find the first kill onto the Zac. Now the Vladimir goes over into the backline. Big ultimate onto 4 members. He gets so much healing. Gets the kill onto Ryrie first, but over on the other land, Cinderlane gets taken down and will be IFO. The Renekton continues to go massive to the blue team, looking for a forced fight. Looking for the forced cash. Will still end up getting taken down. Jenna with the insane amount of move speed survives off of that, and it's a 2-for-1, but it is quite a bad showing coming in from Illuminate.
Yeah, I felt that way was a little bit too forced from the start of Illuminate. Kai'Sa didn't have to go in because after Vladimir get a kill on it, it should have been pretty even in terms of a 1-for-1, but they overreached and Kai'Sa fall as well. Salmon Ping didn't have to flash for a Janna. The number 1 rule in, especially in killing enemies, is that you should never chase a Janna because Janna will always outrun you. There's no way you're gonna chase a Janna, especially for W and Mobi boots.
That's true.
So there was a little bit overreach from the side of close behind Esports. Yep. So yeah. Yes, but in the end it was a good fight for the side of close behind Esports. They managed to get 2 kills, prevent the push coming in, and now Baron is up in 50 seconds. So now
it's surprising that such a forced engage actually worked out though, because considering the fact that Renekton literally just double dashed into the face of the Zac without even stun prepared, mind you. She missed the initial stun, and Sejuani had to force her stun onto Zac in order to even find the start to the fight.
Yeah, now looking at both sides right now, they are looking to start placing the visions for the Baron buff. 2 control wards being placed in the Baron pit, not being cleared by the side of Illuminate Candylism. Did they not notice the double ping ward inside? Now, Aatrox going to the bottom lane. Bottom lane tier 1 chart is still up, so that could be an option where Aatrox actually focuses on to get extra income for himself. He is 4-1 and 5 right now.
This is this is tough. Okay, so we've seen how this sort of a matchup works with the Aatrox versus Renekton. Renekton looks like it comes up a hit most of the time from our previous games. So some anecdotal evidence might suggest that Renekton should be able to come up a hit. But it's just such a different reality when you come down to the actual game, because now it's just a back and forth motion. The Renekton is performing such an integral role for close behind, but Illuminate have just been able to take away so many instances where they win the fight.
Now, Baron's been started by the side of Illuminate Candylism.
Please, no Baron still.
Back off now, so Aatrox actually went to support. I feel that Aatrox should just stick to staying on the bottom side and continue pushing, because there's no reason for him to come, because I don't feel that Illuminate Candylism will actually start off the Baron and complete it, because it's a 50-50. They have no deep vision as well, so it should never be a 50-50.
This has to be like thrice bitter and fourth time shy or something. I don't know how many times they're gonna do this and get it stolen from them. Please just take it safe, man.
Yes, and now okay, a good macro call now, because Aatrox out at the bottom side, you should be able to get the bottom tier 1 turret, and it should slowly push into the tier 2. Renekton now has to go and answer the Aatrox as well, so yeah, very good calls coming in. And Oriana just back off to get a Zhonya Hourglass, so yeah, he is pretty even, but Vladimir's damage is still pretty insane. He is 5-1 and 5, he has the double needlessly large ward, so Vladimir right now looking to be the one to punish both the Xayah as well as the Oriana.
Yeah, we saw what happened last game. Last team fight. I mean, the Vladimir walked into the back lines, killed almost, landed a 4-man ultimate. But it doesn't matter because Kai'Sa got destroyed somehow, and I didn't even see whether Kai'Sa died, to be honest.
Yeah, and Xayah actually managed to get his IE as well as RF's Rapid Fire Cannon, and he also has the Grievous Wound Executioner Cutting, so he might be able to sustain a little bit against that. He probably now needs to go for a more Marintis, because if he doesn't go for it, then he'll probably just get melted by the Vladimir. A lot of questions to be asked in terms of items right now, but Vladimir now has backed off and purchased his Rabadon Death Cap. So, one shot incoming.
Yeah, we've now hit this 32-minute mark. The game's getting later and later. We're finally hitting a point where they're coming in with some of these massive items. I'm a little bit concerned as to what Illuminate's game plan is right now, because so far, they've been going for this Baron dance for the past couple of minutes. They've primarily been using some of their players to try and shove out the waves, just to try and respond to this. Actually going for this Baron right now. They do have the control.
I don't think it's a 50-50. Sejuani is still pretty far.
So Sejuani moves into position right now, jumps over the wall.
Oh,
will not be able to get
close.
the steal this time around. Kai'Sa will find the secure for that one. Flash over the wall now. Vladimir looking for the catch there. Gets the ultimate off, dishing a large amount of damage away from the enemy team. Finally, with this Baron, this should be potentially a game.
Let's hope that Illuminate Candylism managed to pull this out, because we've seen a lot of the Baron buff, and we usually see the Baron buff from most competitive teams. They can always end off in the first game, but it's really about how you utilize the Baron buff in terms of pressure. Now Aatrox should just continue pushing the bottom lane. He shouldn't try to join them, and now that's what he's doing right now, going back to the bottom lane to shove it. You should always play 2 different lanes, because Aatrox can solos survive his lane by himself. He won't need to join his teammates, and now they're gonna get a Cloud Dragon. Freebie Dragon, and if you get the dragon, the next Elder Dragon will be up as well, so calls as well. You want to get the next Elder Dragon, because right now Illuminate Candylism has the 3 dragon advantage.
Yeah, they kind of have to be decisive in what they want to do now, though. It's a little bit, I get it, it's a little bit risky to just walk into the mid lane, considering what's already happened for the past couple of fights, but with this additional Baron go, with the Baron buff, with the minions that are going to come into the mid lane, they should just pick up this inhibitor. This inhibitor has been open for quite a while now, and it's such a missed opportunity to not have it taken down, because it would put so much additional pressure down over to the mid lane.
On the side of Illuminate Candylism right now, they really need to think of how to probably not just only mid inhibitor, get maybe the top as well as bottom, because they have the Baron buff, they have the top part. They should pretty much just play 4-1, because I feel that that would be better in terms of getting maximum efficiency. But they're looking stick.
Oh,
now
there we go. Engage on the Orianna, forces the flash away first. Now we see the Aatrox jumping over into the back line as well. Sejuani gets the stun onto the Janna, but won't be enough.
Oh, but Vladimir dies.
Vladimir does get taken down first. Flash forward from the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa looking to do damage,
Oh!
but beautiful flame on the Renekton. They get one, they get two. Now chasing after the Aatrox. Will he be able to find this? The knockup from the Tornado forces the Renekton behind, but they manage to get another kill. Every time they go for this inhibitor, somehow, some way, things fail for them, and now they've lost 3 players over in the mid lane.
This is like the epitome of you are definitely going to win it, but it's always out. There's always like an off chance it will never work out. It's like this is like an example of like lucky draw. You're like, oh, this is like a 90-10%, but you're always the 10%.
No, you're always 10% that loses. Come on.
Yes. Man. So there's like a 90% chance of Vladimir was gonna smash it, but Vladimir probably forget to press W, and he dies from the Renekton. And because of that, team close behind Esports managed to get the mid inhibitor, which was not open. They're running down mid, get the mid inhibitor, and now they just need to look to pressure out the lane. And Baron buff should be expiring in about a minute. Elder Dragon will be spawning in about 2 minutes as well, so a lot of opportunities to force the play somewhere around the map.
It's insane that the Renekton has managed to stay relevant for so long. I'm kind of curious as to how that's been the case. 5 items in, almost down to that last item completed for the Renekton. It means the Renekton is really quite strong at this point, but equally matched with the Aatrox, to be being perfectly honest. So the fact that the Renekton is able to have this much impact is really a testament to just individual skill.
We already mentioned that in Dream Champions League that this Renekton pick is a pick very prioritized by Deserved Eiffel. So yeah, giving her the Renekton is definitely something you expect that she will perform in it, and she has been performing. But we must not take credit away from the side of Illuminate Candylism. Inky has been outstanding in all her games she's played so far. She's been the main carry. Even this game as well, Vladimir has been carried, but just unfortunate in terms of pressing a W. She should probably buy a stopwatch. Just sell the Dark Seal and get a stopwatch, because with the
That's
stopwatch,
true. Yeah. The Dark Seal at this point is definitely not a value item. You either get a Magi's or you just sell it and get something else. You don't even have a potion to work with anymore. It definitely does not have effectiveness.
Yes, exactly. So with the stopwatch, you can actually utilize its 2.5 second invulnerability, and you can actually wait for a cooldown to reset. So that's
You can actually live for one of the team fights for once.
yes.
Oh my goodness, 37 minutes in the game, falling into this late game phase. It's seldom do we see games reach this long in the current state of the meta, so the fact that they've managed to actually hold out until this point of the game really gives me hope that perhaps close behind might be able to take this game.
Now, Illuminate Candylism, what can they do right now? Elder Dragon is spawning in 45 seconds, Baron in 46 seconds. Will they decide to give a trade where one team takes the Elder, one team takes the Baron, or will they go for a fight for just one of the objectives?
It's tough to go for both, so it's very likely that we might just see a split between between the two objectives as teams decide what would be more beneficial to their cause in terms of ending the game. Baron obviously is the more straightforward solution, but we also see on the side of Illuminate they have a number of dragons which could potentially give them the edge they need when it comes to ending off the game. And right now, just walking over to this mid lane, picking up this inhibitor would be the best course of actions, but they're making a misplay right now. They're not finding the engage, they're not finding the inhibitor, and they get forced off. Now Aatrox going to be caught out, Renekton jumping into the fight. They're looking to try and take them down. The domain set by by the Zyra. Shockwave onto 2. Kai'Sa over into the back lane. Sejuani trying to hold out for as long as possible.
Vladimir's nice!
But they trade back onto the Vladimir, looking for a little bit more damage. That's going to be the Guardian's Angel being proc from the Redacted, but he has no backup whatsoever. What? Takes down the Kai'Sa anyway. Oh my word. They're going to find a lockdown onto Aatrox. Surely not able to do so.
Ooh, what?
What was
team
that?
Fight from Team Close Behind Esports. So right now they have two options. Do they go for the mid inhib or they go for the Elder Dragon? Which is the option right now?
I think end the game.
Can they end the game?
30 seconds?
Yeah, I think they have the opportunity to end the game. So
Lacking mana on the Orianna though.
yeah, they have to make sure that the Aatrox doesn't go near them as all, and Orianna doesn't die. This is the important condition right now.
Yeah, no.
But Orianna doesn't have mana, so
yeah.
oh wait, bottom is pushing. They can get the bottom inhib.
Yeah, so it looks like they do still have an out for this situation. I think Baron could have potentially been a possibility, but
They
yeah.
choose to back off. Yeah, I mean Orianna has no MP, so the wise option is to back off because Orianna can't really like do much without her skills as well. So yeah, very good call from the side of Close Behind Esports. They've been doing the team fights pretty well. So we already talked about their micro hasn't been that great, but their macro in terms of team fight, shot calling as well, has been pretty good so far this game.
So we already see productions getting ready to try guess which team's gonna take this game, setting up the overlays and things like that. Let's see what they did right here.
And now with Illuminate Candylism starting off the Elder Dragon, team Close Behind Esports not even starting the Baron as well, a little bit late of a start, but do Illuminate Candylism even know that Baron's been started by then?
They will pick up. They look like they should be able to pick up this Baron though. Oh no, they go for the recall. What?
Yeah, what is
Opportunistic
going
timing.
on? I felt that they could have just run over
They
to the
could have walked
Baron.
over,
Yeah, they
yeah.
could have walked over and
They have
definitely
2
stopped.
Cloud Drakes plus Elder Dragon buff. There's no way they could have made it on time. They couldn't have made it on
This
time.
is just bad calls everywhere, but it's been an interesting game so far. We are like averaging almost a kill per minute. Pretty fiesta, honestly.
Can the Elder Dragon buff be what it takes to close out the game?
Or will the Baron buff be the one that closes out the game?
Yeah, it's my goodness. Will the burn from Elder, because right now with the way the things are panning out, Illuminate have constantly been looking for these fights, these engages. They've always just barely lost out. Will Elder Dragon buff just push it over the edge, just push it into their favor? Because right now, Baron buff set up, going into the mid lane, go over to the bot lane, 2 inhibitors. That would be a massive.
Oh, Zach is coming
plus.
in.
Jumping right into the enemy backline. They do manage to kidnap the Renekton away. Renekton does not have his Guardian's Angel. So much damage coming in. They do manage to find a little bit more.
Oh, the Renekton dies!
Onto the Zac. Zac almost gets taken down. But the Aatrox, what? How did the Aatrox not survive off of that? The Vladimir will live for a little bit longer.
Kai'Sa going to the backline.
Flashes away. Might get the shield off a little bit more. Might see him get taken down.
Kai'Sa gets caught by the the root of
the burn isn't going to be enough. The Vladimir goes over to the backline, goes into the
Oh,
stasis. No. One auto attack on the Jenna. What?
Zaya's a lone survivor, and this is definitely game.
60-second death, 30-40-second death time is on the Aatrox where the minion wave. They do manage to get the Baron empowered coming in here.
Oh my goodness. What a game we have here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very, very intense game from the side of Close
20
Behind
seconds.
Esports.
Is it a game?
Yeah,
20 seconds. 20 seconds. It's a game.
It's game. Game for Close Behind Esports. Unless the inhibitor just died.
The inhibitor just died.
Yeah,
Okay,
so there's
10
no
seconds.
way.
5
10 seconds.
seconds.
I think she can just spam her emos. Like, good game, people. Even let the Aatrox come to her a bit and just spam last hit.
What an absolute roller coaster of a series, best of 3 games.
That was an intense final game for the best of 3. I say that was the icing to the cake. You know, when you have a stomp on the one side, you have another stomp on the other side, and the final game, like, that's the closest, most competitive game I've seen in a long while.
Both sides just go back and forth.
But I honestly felt that
They stole the Baron, right?
Yeah, they stole the Baron.
That's a turning point.
That's the turning point, yeah, definitely. And I felt that Illuminate Candylism could have taken the fight a little bit better, but their position of fight, in terms of a bit misled by the Vladimir. Vladimir always forget to press the W in team fight, important team fight, not going in at the correct moment, Zack picking off the wrong fight as well, Kai'Sa ulting into the wrong position, getting caught. A lot of small micro mistakes in terms of team fight, and Close Behind Esports managed to take advantage of all these small mistakes and get back into the game. Xayah again, we mentioned this in the Champions League. Xayah is actually probably her best performing ADC.
Yeah.
So living up to the expectation, performing when it matters most. The Renekton was the only reason why they actually managed to somewhat stay stable in the game, because
That's true, yeah. Renekton
was-
honestly went into the backline somehow in dire clutch situations, performed a beautiful execution of spells to destroy the Kai'Sa. And Kai'Sa, honestly, that has to be a terrible feeling because Kai'Sa was the fed player in the team. Kai'Sa was what was necessary to carry them out, and not being able to perform to their expectations. I think that Kai'Sa definitely has to be feeling it the most.
Yeah, so no. Good game to Illuminate Candylism, and definitely well played to Close Behind Esports. Your winner for the FSL Thailand Qualifiers, and that'll be it from both me, Raimi Raikukizami, as well as
Even your own name is hard. Even your own name is hard.
I know, right? And so that'll be it from both of us. So stay tuned tomorrow for the FSL Singapore Malaysia semi-finals.
Yeah.
See you.